Hello friends, I am taking the sixth question. You can see here. It's about short note making. Okay. As you all know about the importance of the short notes. Okay. Many people, I have seen many students who are not able to make a short notes because they wasted entire time in the revision and reading the same things, but they neglected the short notes. They will face the difficulty during one day before the examination, because one day before the examination, example, one day before the preliminary examination, you need to complete entire 7 subjects, which include polity, geography, history, environment, science and technology, like that. Everything, the 7 subject you need to cover. For that, if you go through your notes, each subject notes, then it will take around 7 to 8 days. You will not able to complete even half subject on the one day before the preliminary exam. So that the short notes plays a very important in preliminary as well as the mains examination. Okay, let's discuss when to make a short notes. Okay, when to make a short notes means after completing 2 to 3 revisions of entire subject. Okay, if you take a polity subject, after going through 2 to 3 times revision, you need to start making a short notes. Okay, in short notes, only points you should bring, that points you are not able to remember. Okay, okay, but you need to bring all the subheadings. It's very important in the short notes, but under the subpoints, only points which you can't remember, that one should reflect into your short notes. Okay friends, that point you brought into the short notes, that should provide a clear picture about the entire topic. Okay friends, what I'm saying here is, whatever you bring that point into your short notes, by seeing that point, you should have, your mind should think and provide a knowledge about entire topic, about that particular topic. Okay, I will show my example. Wait. Okay, I am showing here the environment, my environment short notes, you can see here. Okay, here you see, I just take a trophic level. Okay, here I mentioned a trophic level. I just mentioned a diagram, and I just mentioned only 10% is transferred and 90% is lost. And I also provided some note here. You can see species may occupy more than one trophic level. Okay, by seeing this picture, I clearly bring entire topic, like the trophic level represents the hierarchical stages in a food chain, showing the flow of energy from one organism to another. There are generally 4 to 5 trophic levels in an ecosystem. The first one is producers. The first trophic level is producers, under which the grass, trees, and planktons are there. The second trophic level, which is primary consumers, such as deers, cows, rabbits, grasshoppers. If you coming to third trophic level, which is secondary consumers, that are frogs, snakes, fox, and small fish. And if you come to fourth trophic level, that is lions, eagles, sharks, large fish. If you come to fifth trophic level, then there are tigers, killer whales, and human beings. Okay, by seeing this, how I brought the entire topic into my mind, like that. See, by seeing this diagram, I can write entire 250 words answer. Okay, by seeing this diagram and this ending. Okay, like that you should bring the points. Okay, I hope you people got understand about this. Okay, you here see, here I mentioned here, right, about this. By seeing this only 10% transferred, I will explain that at each trophic level only 10% of energy is passed on, while the rest is lost as heat. This is why the ecosystem supports fewer top level predators. Okay friends, by seeing this I will explain about this. I hope you people got a clear picture about what should reflect into your short notes. And I also show about wait, I will show my polity notes also, which I already shown my notes earlier video. That notes I will show here. See the polity notes, you can see here the polity notes. In my class notes I written about the separation of power. The heading I directly brought here. Okay, I can't remember this name, that's why I brought here. And this, it is fact, right? I brought here, that's why I brought here. And this is very easy because during initial time I brought this, but now I will easily remember this and no need to bring about this. Okay, like that, if you see each and everything functions of the constitution, here also I brought many things which I can't remember by saying that. Okay friends, see here committees of constituent assembly: Jawaharlal Nehru committee, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel committee, uh, Dr. Rajendra Prasad committee. The question were arised directly from here in the previous year question paper. If you see 2024 question paper, preliminary question paper, that question came from here. Even I also confused about the status committee, I think states committee or rules procedure committee. I confused about this and I marked it is headed by the Jawaharlal Nehru. So my question got wrong. That's why the short notes plays a key role. Okay, you see the entire, I written the entire committees of constituent assembly in 1 to 2 pages. That I brought here in 4 to 5 lines. You can see here guys, I brought the entire committees in 4 to 5 lines. These are the important committees which you can either use in the preliminary as well as the mains exam also you can see here I also mentioned about the parts of the Indian constitution. You can see part 1, part 2 union, and part 2 citizenship. Okay, part 4 DPSP, part 4A fundamental rights, and its constitutional amendment also I mentioned. Like that, even I mentioned the 22. See how 20 amendments. Like that, I also mentioned about the schedules. I already shown there. Okay, about one first schedule to 12th schedule municipalities. Okay, along with constitutional amendments I brought here. Anti-defection law 10th schedule, 52nd constitutional amendment. Okay, like that. Okay, if you come to parliamentary system, I also explained about this in earlier in my notes. Okay, if you come to preamble, I also shown my class notes in earlier question. If you did not watch that, please go and watch, it will provide some insights. Okay, these are facts, I can't remember this, so I directly bought this here. These are directly asked into preliminary as well as the mains examination. Okay, here you can see the components. I written the components in 5 to 6 pages in my class notes, but I just written in 4 to 5 lines, 4 to 5 points. I just written entire 5 to 6 pages. I just written in the 4 to 5 points. You can see here. I shown my class notes right in the earlier video, under which I explained clearly about the justice, liberty, fraternity, equality, and the fraternity. And I also explained about the dignity, status. Like that, I explained each and every topic. Whatever you seeing here, I explained each and every topic. So it took 5 to 6 pages. But I remember I also revised 2 to 3 times my polity notes. That's why I don't want to remember. I don't want to bring those points here because I know that those points. What is justice called? What is liberty called? What is fraternity? What is equality called? That I remember clearly. That's why I don't want to bring. I brought these points because if I see this, then I should remember each and everything. These short notes act as a framework for your knowledge. Okay, these act as a framework for your knowledge. Okay friends, see, I just explained 2 to 3 lines about each thing. You can see here 2 to 3 lines I just explained here. Okay, see how shortly I explained each and everything. I also mentioned some cases also when coming to the constitutional amendments of the Indian Constitution. The process of amendments I clearly mentioned about here. Till now 106 times the constitution has been amendment. The recent amendment is women reservation bill. Okay, you should bring them when they ask about the constitutional amendment. Okay, there is a cases about whether the amendment bill article 368 comes under the article 13 or not. You can see here the cases is Shankari Prasad case, Golaknath case, 24th constitutional amendment, Keshavananda Bharati case. I brought 4 cases and I explained 2 to 3 lines of each case. If they ask in the mains examination, then it will be very easy for me to write these cases very easily. See, I just explained entire amendments in just 25% of the page, 25% of the one page. So my entire polity took only 15 pages, only 15 pages of short notes. If you see my class notes, it's around 100 pages. I think the 100 pages is reduced to 15 pages. That is the power of short notes. I can revise this entire 15 pages short notes within 4 to 5 hours after 1 month or 2 months. If I read regularly, then it will be, the hours will be reduced to 1 to 1.5 hour, 1 to 1.5 hours if I start reading from now. Okay, during 1 day before the examination, I will complete this entire short notes within 1 to 1.5 hours, because everything is structured into my mind. Whatever, if I close my eyes, the entire short notes will reflect into my mind, which clearly showcase which point is present where. It's the power of, that is the power of short notes. Hence, don't underestimate the power of short notes. If you neglect in making the short notes, then you are going to lose this race. Okay, because we are not doing only one subject, right? We need to do multiple subjects. For that, short notes is very important 1 day before the examination. I hope all of you got a clear knowledge about the short notes making, guys. Okay, if you want my short notes of entire subjects, I will provide you guys. If you message me in the WhatsApp to my number 7676367071. Okay, if you message me to this number in the WhatsApp, I will send you the PDFs of all the short notes which I have. Okay friends, and if you want this video, this thing, like if you want to write down anything here, this also I will send you if you message me to this number. Okay, the overview also I will send you.